Hello bookworms! Today I'm going to be doing the anime tag. This tag, I saw it on Simply Kenna's channel. She kind of created the tag from questions that people had asked her on an Instagram post, and I liked the questions, so I decided that I wanted to answer them. Andrew and I have been watching like so much more anime recently than usual, and I'm just like super into it. Like I've always been into anime and manga, but ever since we got Crunchyroll, hashtag not an ad, we really just have been watching like so much more anime and I'm like loving it, so I really wanted to do this tag. I was also thinking about potentially making some like anime wrap-up type videos or anime recommendations type videos. I'm not really sure which one I would prefer to do, but let me know if you have any requests and I will plan my videos accordingly. But all right, I'm gonna get started. The first question is, what are your top 5 favorite anime? So I'm glad that it's not what is your top 1 favorite anime, because that would be like impossible to answer. So I think I'm gonna do like a countdown to my number 1. So number 5 on my list would be One Punch Man. That one was so much fun. It follows a guy who is a superhero, and he is just like, he just like doesn't even really care about being a superhero. He literally introduces himself and says like, hey, I'm just a guy who's a superhero for fun. But he ends up becoming so powerful that he can take anyone out with one punch. So now he's just like really bored by everything, and he's really just looking to find someone who's going to be like a challenge for him to beat, but it's really hard for him. And it's really funny because it just makes fun of like a ton of anime tropes, and I love it. Like I was just laughing the entire series. Number 4 on my list would be Fruits Basket. I watched that one like a long time ago, and I've been reading the manga recently because they came out with all of these like beautiful collector's editions and they're so pretty. But it follows a girl who loses her mother, and then she moves in with this family, and they're all boys. The boys in this family are cursed. They're part of the Chinese zodiac, and anytime that they are hugged, they turn into the animal that they represent. Oh, anytime they're hugged by a member of the opposite sex. So this girl moves in with them and she starts like helping around the house and stuff, and it's just really cute. Like they let her in on the family secret, and it's adorable. Number 3 on my list is Puella Magi Madoka Magica. This one I really enjoyed because it's a magical girl anime, but it is like not at all what you would expect. From all of the like art and stuff, you might be like, what? It's like a totally typical magical girl anime, but it's really not. It starts off seeming like it is, and then it just goes in a whole other direction, and it's really exciting, really fun. I love all the outfits, and yeah, definitely one of my favorites. Number 2 on my list is Ouran High School Host Club. This is one of the first animes that I ever watched, so I think that's why, like part of the reason why it has such a special place in my heart. I really love all the characters. Each of them has like a very distinct archetype, and it's just so fun to like watch them all interact. It follows a girl named Haruhi who is poor, and she accidentally goes to this host club because she thinks that she's like going somewhere else, but she walks into this host club. She accidentally breaks this vase that is like a really expensive vase, and the boys say that like she has to pay them back, but she can't afford it. So they let her become one of the hosts of the club, and they don't realize at first that she's a girl. They think that she's also a guy. So she's like dress up in like the same blazers that these boys wear and entertain girls. And it's so funny. It's just so funny. And then number 1 on my list is pretty easy to guess. It is Sailor Moon. There are so many episodes of Sailor Moon. It is like the penultimate magical girl anime. I have loved it for as long as I can remember. Everything about it is just like, oh, it's just my favorite. Like I love it so, so much. I love all of the villains. I love all of the girls like in the Sailor Scouts. Everything is just, oh, it's so perfect, and it's so pretty, and it really holds up. Although they repeat the transformation sequence pretty much every episode, so that gets repetitive, but I still just love it. Number 2 is, out of the 7 deadly sins from the anime, which one would you be? But this question I'm actually going to skip because I never watched 7 deadly sins, so I can't really pick anyone. Number 3 is, you can bring any anime character to reality and make him your friend. Who would you choose? So I would choose George from Paradise Kiss. Paradise Kiss is a fashion anime and George is the designer in it and he is like so talented. But it would just be so much fun to bring him to like reality and to be able to be best friends with him and to go to all of his fashion shows and just like help out, and oh my gosh, I think he would be so much fun. Number 4 is, which Sailor Scout would you be? And I think it's pretty obvious that I would be Sailor Venus. I recently, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I'm liking this hair, but I cut my really long hair, which was very Sailor Venus. But she's always been my favorite Sailor Scout. I like that she was a scout even before she came and found the rest of the girls. She had her own storyline going with like codename Sailor V, and it's really cool that there's like this video game that's based on her, and I just have always thought that she was the coolest, and I love Artemis, so yeah. Definitely Sailor Venus. The next question is, if you were in an anime where all of the characters had magical powers and mythical creatures as pets, what would your powers be and what would your pet be? So I would want magical girl powers, so the power of like magic. I would definitely want something similar to Sailor Moon because I love how they incorporate like the use of accessories and stuff, so it would be like things that I already have that would be magical and I wouldn't have to like have anything extra with me to use my powers. I think that would be really fun. And then for a mythical creature as a pet, I definitely don't know if this exists, but I think it would be awesome to have like a teacup unicorn. So like a little kind of like baby unicorn that would just hang out with me all the time, like follow me everywhere. I would love that. Number 6 is, what 2 anime characters best describe your personality? So I would have to say that one of them is Hinata from Haikyuu. He is like really enthusiastic about things and he's really passionate about volleyball. Not that I'm really passionate about volleyball, but I'm passionate about other things like books and reading, and I feel like we have a similar like positive outlook and a good attitude toward different things, so I feel like he is a character that I definitely like see myself in. And then for the other character, I think I would choose Toru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I love that Toru is really like up for challenges. She feels like she can kind of do anything and she's really good at observing a situation and then being able to like do it herself. She just needs to see someone do it like once, but she's not afraid to take chances. She's not afraid to like to try to do something different, and she's just really, really nice. So I think that probably a combination of those two would be something similar to myself. Number 7 is, your favorite anime character with glasses. I think I would choose, I want to say Mori from Ouran High School Host Club. I'm pretty sure he's the one with glasses. He's like the like serious brooding one that's really intelligent, so I think I would have to choose him. Number 8 is, who would you want to perform an ice skating duet with from Yuri on Ice? So that is very easy for me. I would choose Victor. He is my favorite character on that show. I love him so much, and it would be so cool to skate with him if I had any idea how to skate at all. Number 9 is, if you were in Ouran High School Host Club, which host would you visit the most? I would definitely visit Tamaki. He is one of my favorite characters. I think he's so funny, especially because he's also like really passionate about things, so he just like feels things really intensely. Like when he's really happy, you can tell. When he's really angry, it's just hilarious. So I think I would spend a lot of time with him. Or Honey, because he's always eating cake. Number 10 is, which Studio Ghibli film would you like to live in? So for this, I would have to say definitely either Kiki's Delivery Service or Howl's Moving Castle, which are also my 2 favorite Ghibli films. Both of them are so beautiful. I love like the bread bakery that's in Kiki's Delivery Service. I also just think Howl's Moving Castle is amazing, and it's so cool that like the castle flies, so you can go like wherever. I think both of those worlds are really beautiful, but really I would be totally fine living in any Ghibli movie because they're all gorgeous except for Grave of Fireflies, because that one's really sad. Number 11 is dub or sub. So this really depends on my mood, but usually subtitles, I tend to like them better. I think they're meant to be watched in Japanese, but I don't understand Japanese, so I like listening to the Japanese voices and reading the subtitles because I feel like there's like they just do a better job of saying the lines like in the way that they're meant to be spoken, and I feel like the emotion behind them is more accurately reflected when you listen to it the way that it was created. So that's my preference, but I will watch dubbed things as well. Sometimes it's just more convenient if I'm like doing something around my room, then I can like listen. Because if you're watching the subtitles, you have to like actually sit down and like, if you miss what it says, then you miss it. So I like a mix, but I prefer subtitles. Number 12 is who is your favorite anime villain? For this, I choose all of the villains from Sailor Moon. I think they're all so well done. I love that it's not ever just like a single villain too. It's like a huge like conglomerate of villains that are all working together. So it's like a major operation that's going on, and I particularly love them too because the creator of Sailor Moon was really into fashion, and she based all of the costumes for the villains on high fashion runway shows. So they're all just like dressed so beautifully, and their hair is always like perfect, and I just think they look so awesome. I just love the whole way that they look, so all of them. I just choose all of the Sailor Moon villains. Next is favorite anime fight scene. For this, I would have to choose like everything from Madoka Magica. The fights in there are so cool and they get really intense, and there are some of the fights with witches that are like really scary, and I just love it. So I would have to choose just all of the scenes in Madoka. Number 14 is if you could eat any anime food, what would it be? The thing I miss most about being a vegetarian is being able to eat pork buns, because pork buns are like my favorite dish in the world pretty much. There's one place in Chinatown that makes vegetarian dim sum, and I love going there. Like, it just makes my life. But I wish that I could eat pork buns like on a regular basis, but I just can't because I don't eat meat. And a lot of times they're seen in Sailor Moon. And then second, I would definitely have to choose pork cutlet bowls from Yuri on Ice, because Yuri just makes them look so delicious. And I love that he gets like Victor really into them too. And then like if he skates well, he's allowed to have a pork cutlet bowl. And they just like, the way that they look just looks so appetizing. So I can't eat either of those ever because I'm a vegetarian, but if I could eat anything, I would eat those. Number 15 is of the current shows and movies that you love, which one do you wish had an equally amazing anime? So for this, I think I would have to say Riverdale. Riverdale is already a comic, so it definitely adapts well, but it would be more of like a slice of life type of anime, and there are so many different characters that they could explore, so I think that that would be a really good choice. Number 16 is if someone made an anime about you, what type of art style would you like it to have? So I definitely would want like a magical girl art style, just lots of like pretty dresses, lots of really just like gorgeous food, like lots of like dessert foods and stuff. I think that would definitely like most accurately describe me. Number 17 is your favorite genre of anime. So my favorite genre is shoujo, but more specifically like Mahou shoujo, which is magical girl anime, or I really like slice of life anime. I like some psychological anime too. Like we're watching Death Parade right now and it's really interesting, but magical girl will like always be my favorite. And number 18 is you get to have a harem of 6 anime characters of your choice. Who would you choose? So I love reverse harems, so all of the characters I'm going to choose are going to be boys, and they would be Tamaki from Ouran High School Host Club, which I mentioned. He is really entertaining and I would definitely want him around all the time. Number 2 would be Ren from Nana. Ren is he's like the broody musician type, and it would be really cool to have him around and to be able to like listen to him play music and stuff. And he's just like really thoughtful and caring. Number 3 would be Kirito from Sword Art Online. I really like him. I love him with Asuna, so I would like want her to come too so that they could be together. But he's also like, he's just like a really nice person. He's really intelligent, and he's really good at working like in a team. Number 4, I would pick Yamada from Yamada-kan and the Seven Witches. He also like has a lot of heart, and he's really funny, and he really like sticks up for his friends. He's just really entertaining, and he just has a really good heart, so I would definitely want him. Number 5 would be Kaiosuma from Fruits Basket. I think he would be really fun to have around, And also anytime that I hugged him, he would turn into a cat and then I would get to play with the cat. So that would be perfect. And number 6 on my list would be Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. He is like a rule breaker, which would be fun, but I would definitely need him to quit smoking. And those are all the questions that were in this tag. Let me know any of your answers to the questions. I'll leave a list to the questions down below too, so if anybody else wants to do the tag, they're more than welcome to. I'm not going to tag anyone because I don't know anyone that hasn't done it, that has like an anime channel, because obviously most of the people that I follow do like book stuff. The only person I can really think of off the top of my head, or 2 people, would be Monica from She Might Be Monica and Alexa from Alexa Loves Books, because I know both of them also enjoy anime. So if they feel so inclined, they can do it, and anybody else that wants to do it, consider yourselves tagged. So like I said, I want to make some more anime and manga themed videos. Let me know anything that you want to see and I will get started on filming them. So that's all that I have for this video, and I will see you guys soon in a new one. Bye!